home or in the hospital, we'll come to you for free. So call Brown and Crouppen, where we don't get paid unless you do. And your first consultation is free.
This is Mizzou wide receiver Kevin Coleman Jr.
And I'm Mizzou linebacker Josiah Trotter.
When we hit the field, we have each other's back.
And off the field, we got James Carlton, State Farm covering us.
Thanks, fellas. Nothing beats college football season and nothing beats saving money. Just by getting a quote from our office and mentioning Mizzou, we'll make a donation to support Mizzou's will to win push on your behalf. No strings attached.
So you're supporting the team just by checking your rates. Doesn't get any easier than that.
It's so easy. Check them out online at carltoninsurance.net. MIZZOU.
The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Yeah, baby. 8:05 on a Tuesday in Kirkwood, Missouri. The sun just started creeping up. It was dark as hell driving here. Dark as hell. Halloween's coming up in a couple of days. Let's go. Hot Take Central 2.0. Cam Janssen, Jimmy the Cat Hayes, Matthew Rocchio. We're doing our thing. A lot to get into. Don't go to Jamaica. Don't go to Cuba. You're going to get rocked. Category 5, not good. Just a heads up for everybody. No big deal. I'm not rooting for the hurricane like Jimmy's about to say. I'm getting a step ahead of Jimmy. I'm not rooting for the hurricane. No. I want people to be safe. I want people to be safe. Don't go to Jamaica and don't go to Cuba. Okay? That's it. Telling everybody.
No offense.
Just telling everybody.
You can't hold back the joy by saying the word hurricane.
No.
It exudes from
your eyes. It's a monster.
Eyes.
And it's a woman. And her name's Melissa. And she's mean. God dang. And here's the thing about Jamaica, real quick. And we got Ohtani, we got the blah. Here's the thing about Jamaica.
Freddie Freeman.
There's mountains right there. So this son bitch is pushing up all against these mountains, and all that rainwater is going to flood down. It's going to get nasty. Just be careful. Just warning everybody. No big deal. Okay. What do you want to get into first here? The Blues got problems.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, they got problems, okay? They got problems. And even it started right off the bat, and I'm like, oh, Jesus. Right off the bat, Holfer lets the first one in. Great shot. First, I know, I'm getting there. First one in, right, first shot of the game, I'm like, oh, God. It's so deflating. You could just see the guys on the bench are like, oh, no, not again. You could see it's messing with his head. It's not a good situation for Joel Holfer right now. And then 30 seconds later, boom, 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 another goal. Just like that. You're down 2-0. The Blues got problems. And now they play again tonight. And I guess that's the beauty of it. It could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. Monty was certainly not happy at the end of that game. They got to fix some things. And I guess the number one issue right now is the goaltending. I don't know what the hell is going on with this kid, Joel Holfer. I don't. But he's proven that he's a pretty damn good goalie. We've seen it multiple times. He was a big help during that huge run that the Blues had last year. And now he cannot put it together. And they're getting behind every single game. He can't stop the first shot. I mean, it's 3 games in a row. He's got issues upstairs, and I don't know how to fix that. It's not a growing. It's not this. He's not out of shape. It's upstairs. And I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. People are just tweeting, they're asking, what do you do with Joel Holfer? It's up to him. Do you go talk to somebody? I don't know. Goalies are in a different situation. It's so mental. And once you lose it upstairs, things like this keep happening.
So outside of that concern, which is legit and maybe at the forefront, I'm also concerned that even games where the Blues fight back, right, and make it close like they did last night, and then you lose track of the score. You're watching World Series. You look, it's 6-3 now.
I know.
Now, I know they're a couple of empty netters late, but they don't lock down the other team when they're trying to make a comeback, and all of a sudden, you're down by 1. Nope, down by 2 again.
And 87 took over the game. Sidney Crosby gets a 700th point, which is, I think he's a 6th or 7th ever. And we'll give you a little trivia question for that, Matt Rocchio. But he took the game over. I don't think Colton Parayko and Cam Fowler had a great game. Actually, the 2 best defensemen last night were Tyler Tucker and Logan Mailloux. They're both +1. I think Tucker had another assist. I think he's got 4 or 5 points on the year right now. Okay, that's a good sign. Watch Logan Mayu. I love these 6 o'clock games. He was blocking shots. He was making plays in the offensive zone. He looked a lot better. Now he wasn't going against Crosby or Malkin all the time. Monty threw him out there at the right times against their fourth line and whatnot. But he looked pretty damn good. So I got to give some positives out there. And also pretty good. Jordan Kyrou still has a streak. He scored.
He hit a guy, took the puck, and then marched in and scored.
Sorry, Matthew Joseph has been the most consistent player all year so far, in my opinion. He's flying around. He's doing a little bit of everything. Does he take penalties here and there because he's aggressive? Fine. We'll kill those off. But he's starting to score goals. He gets a lot of chances. He gets a lot of breakaways. He's fast as hell, and he plays physical. Matthew Joseph, that's why you're getting moved up the lineup. Now they're missing Robert Thomas and Jakey Boyd Neighbors. They're both going to be back tonight against Detroit. But the Blues have problems, and they need to fix it, and it starts in net.
So Sidney Crosby, it was his 1700th and 1701st points last night.
He had a couple, and there were sick goals.
He's 9th all time.
9th all time. Can you name the guys?
I know all the names. I'm sure you guys could probably get 8 of the 9 names, or sorry, 7 of the 8 names ahead of him.
Yeah.
If you just
Mario
like
Yager,
Yager,
Marcel Dion.
You're gonna get all 8. Never mind.
Yzerman.
Yep.
Crosby, 1700th. Oh, I'm now.
You missed the easiest one, obviously.
Wayne.
Yeah, there you go.
So did he say that already?
You have 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, and 9. You're missing 4, 5, and 8.
Gordy.
That's 4. You're missing 5 and 8.
Oh, son of a gun, man. Older guys?
One of them retired right as you were entering the league in 2004.
Ray Bork?
No. Never played for the.
Now I'm kind of. Is it Hawley? No. Just name them. I don't know.
Ron Francis.
Son of a.
Is 5th all time with 1798.
Still looks good, by the way. Saw him in Seattle.
He retired in 04. And then you said Messier, right?
Yeah.
So you said Lemieux. My apologies. You hadn't said Messier. My apologies.
Okay. Those are big dogs.
You said the M name, and I thought you said Messier.
Should have got that.
Yeah, you missed Messier.
Should have got that. My bad. Let us know what you guys think, by the way.
I got Marcel Dion, though, which I thought which was the one I thought.
Well, he's
maybe
very underrated. You know why?
That's why I thought you'd miss him.
He didn't win a cup.
Oh.
That's why.
That makes sense.
That's why Connor McDavid's kind of going crazy right now, because you look, I don't give a damn what you put up. You are looked at differently if you don't win a Stanley Cup. And that is a fact. You can do all you want. You could do this. You could do that. You could have all the goals, blah, 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 but you didn't win. And it's always going to be a dark cloud over your head. Anyway, it's just another bad start, man. Bad start. Did you guys see what happened at the game, though?
No.
A guy was getting a little about it, Jimmy? And he tumbled. Okay? You know how you tumble down and there's a little bit of glass?
I'll tumble for you. I'll tumble for you.
He tumbled and went over the glass and goes, yeah, blah, and then tumbled again and went over another thing and landed on more people. He's in critical condition. They might think he's going to die.
What happened?
It was right after Crosby scored, I think, his breakaway. The guy celebrating. He's like, ah, ah, and he fell down, went through the glass. You know how there's only a little, which is scary to even lean on, falls all the way down, falls on top of people, and then falls again, and then is in critical condition at the hospital. Wow. What up, boys? How about that St. Louis-based hockey team? They've really got shite figured out, huh? Also, Cam's definitely so excited about this hurricane. Couldn't be happier. No. Not excited about it. Not excited about it. I'm just curious what the hell kind of damage it's going to do. We'll talk about that later.
What about the curse of JK?
Now,
you ass.
Now,
you're such an ass.
Wouldn't one part of that curse be connected to the person who maybe got bumped up a little bit because of that happening?
Oh, you both.
Oh, you're saying the curse of Andy.
I mean, I think
you both.
They're not disconnected.
Both of you, man. You guys.
One guy's not here. The other guy got bumped up.
Something. I knew you were going to say something.
Look. Listen, I'm not saying that's the cause. I'm just saying there's a lot of speculation. I work for FanDuel.
Listen. I also think
I frown on.
I also think there's somebody maybe still in St. Louis who got pushed to the side who, is potentially in proximity to, I'm not saying poison the team, but I'm just saying.
You both. You guys are funny.
What?
It's I don't know.
We're trying
man.
to find the problems here, Cam.
No doubt about it.
We want to solve.
We need to solve problems. That's what we do on this here show. We need to solve problems. Monty was asked, "Do you have any Monty clips?" Because he's not.
I mean, he was very short.
Yeah, but
he
asked,
posted. It was very, very short.
He's just not happy right now.
I mean, none of his answers were very long.
Go ahead, just play him anyway.
All right, we'll play him anyway. Here was Monty from the post game provided by the St. Louis Blues last night.
Yeah, poor start. Made a couple of mistakes in the first 2 minutes, and their top two lines made us pay.
Do you like seeing that resiliency, though, from the team to come back and tie it and keep fighting?
Yeah, it was great. We tied up 2-2, and then we got a push. In the second period, we didn't push well enough, to be able to take the lead and have them chase the game.
Then Joseph obviously got a goal tonight. He's been pretty noticeable this season. What do you think he's doing differently this season, seeing that success and being able to move him up the lineup?
He's skating well. He's checking well. He's taking pucks to the blue paint.
I like him.
Kyrie's point streak was extended to 7 tonight. What have you been seeing from him, and how can he step up with these guys out?
Very talented goal scorer, and it doesn't take many opportunities for him to be able to make a real nice pass or finish in the net.
I mean, for me, it's just, he was given much longer answers just one game ago.
Yeah.
Everything tonight, last night was short, monosyllabic, just
monosyllabic
in and out.
God dang, Rock.
Got you.
Can you I need to steal some of these from you, but I don't know if I'm going to remember that one.
And they're words. They're just words.
Can I steal that from you? Don't you own that word?
I don't own that word.
You don't own that word?
Fine. They're fine.
He didn't invent that word.
Yeah, fine. The real trick, the word to really get into a conversation that I've been searching for years is onomatopoetic. But I can't. It's somebody speaking in onomatopoeias.
I ain't playing that game.
That's all I want to do. I want to get that word in somehow.
No, somebody asked Monty last night. They're like, did you guys check hard in this game? Because that's what you needed to do. And he's like, no, not at all. Okay.
Yeah, that was JR had a tweet about kind of the new
not at all.
The new checking plan. It was no, not at all. Was Monty's line from it. Let me pull up the Jeremy Rutherford tweet.
Kreider says real quick, I love Snuggie, but he looked like a child out there getting manhandled in the crease for that second goal. Yeah, it was the second goal when Malkin walked everybody and cut across. And I mean, you got Crosby and Malkin. And then Letang and Carlson looked pretty damn good too, although he turned the puck over when the Holloway chipped it up to Schinner to Kyrou. That was a pretty nice goal to tie the game up.
So this was Monty at practice after the skate at 11:50 yesterday morning on losing Thomas and Neighbors. We're missing 2 of our top 9 forwards, so it impacts our depth of scoring. But the mentality of our team is going to be the same. We're going to check our asses off. Excuse my language. And then Jimmy Rutherford, I guess, asked him about how that plan went in the game last night. And Monty then responded with, did they follow through with the title checking game? And his response was, no, not even close.
Yeah. And he's right. I thought Nick Bukestad had a pretty good game. That was probably his best game. I know somebody was talking about that. I'm like, yeah.
He was getting Malkin's kitchen in the circle.
Kind of headbutt him like that. Like, well, get under him then.
Somebody was saying he was getting under his chin. I like that.
I mean, those guys are 39, 38 years old. Get on them.
It did feel like there was one point when I saw Malkin lift Bukestad's head up where it was this little thing where it was like an adult.
Like, do you know who I am?
Who had seen it done 1,000 times was like, no, we're not doing that. No, I'm not playing this game. No, we're not doing this, Mickey. Like, he just kept moving his head back centrally, lifting it up. He was like, I'm not playing your game.
We're controlling this game. Yeah. I'm not getting in any of this crap. I don't need to.
Gino has a good point here. Stop playing him for a bit would be a good start. Monty did address that yesterday at the skate as well, why Hofer was getting the start. We talked about this as well. Listen, with the way that the schedule is and the fact that Binnington's going to be playing over the break as the Canadian goaltender means that they cannot play Binner on back-to-backs. Bottom line.
They can't. I mean,
they kind of got no choice.
They're getting to that point.
No, they have no choice at all.
But Monty's point was he's not going to get better not playing, and we don't really have a choice right now. We can't really afford to play Binner back to backs because we talked about this last week. The guys who play all those games don't have the travel schedule that a West Coast team has, and again, it's the middle of the pack. But it's harder than any other East Coast team has, and so I agree with Gino. You're probably right. You'd love to have that, but everything this year is built to go against you.
And another thing is, too, people are optimistic, and I get that. And I like when people are optimistic, but you got to be realistic too. Yeah, it's only October, but it's late October, and now you're falling behind big time. And then you look at the Central Division, and you look at Utah, and then you look at Dallas, and you look at Colorado, and you're like, oh, my God. You look at Winnipeg, you're like, okay. Even Minnesota, you're like, damn. Those guys aren't messing around. Even Chicago will take another step. Like, it's going to be hard to climb back out of this. The season's long, but it goes by quick sometimes, especially when you're falling behind. You have to inch your way to get points. What are you laughing about?
This is a terrible comment. I just laugh at it.
What?
Can't believe we lost JK so 2 ringside reporters could do a woman's job. That's terrible.
Geez.
That's terrible, Bobby Bo.
God.
Jim Hayes is a sideline reporter, and he's fantastic at his job. And he's an old man.
Oh, man.
The way you said that was hurtful.
An older man.
You're an ageist.
I haven't hit that before.
Oh, that they do. Oh, get him in.
But so are, aren't we all?
Oh, let's see. Let's see what people are
kids
saying.
these days.
Morning. The best news I saw on TMA is Ed Herman is sick. Oh, Jesus. Why is everybody so rude? Why? Sick that it won't be just Brody coming in today. Rooster. I shouldn't have read that.
Has losing Ellis in this situation now,
What do you do with
seeming more costly now
what do you do with him? What are you supposed to do with Ellis? You got to send him down. He's got to go do waivers. Like, there's nothing you could do. So you taking Joel Holfer's job at the beginning of the year? Like,
I'm
you
just
can't.
saying it gives you more flexibility.
But you lost him because somebody had to
Someone
put
wanted him. Savers wanted him.
Somebody got hurt, and you got to keep him up on the roster. So
Carry 3 goals.
to carry three goalies like that, you can't do it. So it was just a perfect timing for him to get picked up. Otherwise, he'd creep right through.
You know,
You know what I mean?
Get Andy to play goal. I think he played one time when he was 10.
Oh, he probably bragged about it too.
Boy, Andy's taking a lot of shrapnel on this show.
I know. And I got to
lately.
work with him today. And I don't want anything getting back to him.
Why not? What is he gonna do?
Oh, then I shouldn't have. Oh,
he
then
owes me money.
Then I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have just texted. I shouldn't have texted him just now.
Do not do that to me.
Well, like why
You're
would
putting me in a jam.
why would you be worried about this?
About what? No. Yeah, it's all good.
It's the dynamic of doing a show with someone. You have to. You can chirp a little, but you don't want to ruffle feathers too much.
Yeah,
You're just having fun, as a friend of ours would say. Yeah,
I'm getting sashimi, baby.
we're just having fun. We're just having fun.
Having a good time.
I love marijuana.
Charlie, what's up, baby? He might have to come back in. The loss to the Penguins last year when myself, Cam Strick, and Jamal did that watch party was the start of the turnaround. Possible for it to be the turning point again.
Charlie's right.
Charlie's right. Where were we at? Jamal did the watch party. Okay. Trying to think where the hell that was. So
It was in February. It was right after we launched STL Sports Central.
Oh.
So it was in late February, I think.
Okay. Oh yeah.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right. With Patrico in there.
There you go.
My bad. And then they lost that game too, and they came.
And then the streak started right after that.
Okay. Let's see here. I don't know what that guy's saying. Oh yeah, Minor Arena. You're right. Yep, my bad on that. Good call.
Wait,
Cam, I have
what
a
did you just
question
read?
for you.
What did you just read?
Minor Arena. That was a call. That's what his basement's called.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I have a question.
What?
Major League Baseball, they played, I'm going to say 86% of their games back-to-back, Brock, something like that. Large percentage of games in MLB are back-to-back because they play series, usually without a day off. They get, usually one a week. Hockey, things going south. Is it better to get right back into it, or
with injuries? Not really.
You're getting guys back tonight, though.
Yeah. I don't know.
Sometimes. How tough was it though? Back to back.
I didn't mind it. Sometimes it's good to do it. But that's me. If I played 23 minutes and I got my head rocked and I took a shot off my pinky, maybe I do want an extra day to chill out and kick my feet up a little bit and get some maintenance work done. If I'm a goalie and I'm getting ripped on, I just have to stop. 35 shots. Somebody ran into me, kind of tweaked my groin. I want to rest. So I don't know how to answer that. Probably half and half. I'm sure Toropchenko wants to play tonight. I'm sure Walker wants to play tonight. But does Bucci? Does Schinner?
I love Schinner.
So do I. I do too. He had a nice play on that. He was going 100 miles an hour. He is -10. He's dash 10.
I don't care what the number says. Sometimes it doesn't mean it's your fault.
You're out there for that many goals against. There's a reason for
He's
it.
one of the only guys that pushes back when things start going in the wrong direction. Yeah, you're right.
Tucker will get in the mix. What do you got here? That's garbage. Ask Grant Fuhr if he could play back-to-back, Olympics or not. The game's changed, baby.
You might not have a choice.
The game's changed now, baby.
And like
I don't know how to.
Thing is I get what Gino's saying, but like at the same time, like Grant Fuhr, the first 10 years of Grant Fuhr's career, he played more than half the games of the season, or he played like more than 50 games one time in the first 8 years of his career. So he didn't have. So Binnington's been playing like 55, 60 games, multiple times. And I'm just going off what Monty's been saying as well about the numbers. And Grant Fuhr also played like 30 games.
And Grant Fuhr
89 to 92 because he had 2 injury-shortened seasons. Yeah, he had the incredible season for the Blues. But I mean, when you look at the longevity of his career, he didn't have. He had like 400. He had 500 games across 12 years before he gets to St. Louis, and then he has 2 insane years with St. Louis, playing 79 and 73. But those are outliers for a guy who played 75 one other time in his career. This is not a thing he did every single year, back to back, over and over again, comparatively. And again, you're right; it's a different time.
And Grant Fuhr will let in 5 goals, and they win 6-5. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't always locked in. Like
he's got a good point. Grant Fuhr did have those years where he was 33 and 34, played 79 and 73. That's a fair point in Gino's favor. But at the same time, you are arguing with
Marty
Jim Montgomery and the Blues medical staff, not me.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you want to say that, and you're ready to
Grant Fuhr's not Benner. Benner's not Grant Fuhr.
Like
it's different now. I mean, Marty did the same thing too. He had 70 games. The only time he'd sit out, it was a back-to-back. He played every single game. He's a freak.
East Coast.
If you went to Benner and you
said, an East Coast thing, too. You're damn right.
And that's also the thing.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's
we brought that
exactly
up the other day.
What Monty said.
Were you
Monty
here?
Brought up Dominic Hasek, Martin Brodeur, and the Penguins goalie that I'm blanking on right now. Marc-Andre Fleury. He brought up he cited all 3 of those guys as guys who had an unbelievable longevity year after year after year, because it's not just the singular year thing. It's also talking about like the build up over the years on some of these guys. And when you're talking about always playing in Buffalo, always playing in New Jersey, the travel's completely different. We looked at the mileage last year. The East Coast teams, some of them have crazy ones, but the overwhelming majority of the East Coast teams are the entire bottom half of the ranking of most miles traveled this year in the NHL.
Yeah, and it's double for the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, it's wild.
Imagine that.
If you're the Blues and you need Benner, you have no choice.
Yeah,
you got to give hope for a little space, a little time.
But if you're the Blues, the thought process still might be, with the way the defense is playing, we don't necessarily have a great chance on the road against the Penguins, and then we're gonna have a tired Benner back at home the next night. We're gonna screw ourselves out of 2 games instead of being able to play, instead of giving ourselves, a conceivable chance if Hofer locks in on game 1, and then a very good chance in game 2 because Benner's rested. And that's, I think, their thought process is let's always be like, let's have one half of the back-to-back sewn up essentially, instead of, playing and rolling the dice with both sides.
I understand. Nothing's sewn up, but at this point, but I'm talking about moving forward. Give him a little space.
He's got to figure it out on his own. And the only way to do that is to play. Rock landed a sweet-ass gig. Sit down with Cammie and the Cap for 2 hours every morning. What kind of black magic?
That's all I do.
He does other things. And also,
the entire job.
It's not 2 hours. It's kind of an hour and a half by the time he finally checks out.
Oh, man.
That was...
He's been a lot better.
You feel me?
He's been a lot better.
He's been a lot better.
He's been a lot better.
You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
What are you talking about?
Now, yesterday we had problems.
What are you talking about?
Yesterday we had
It's
problems.
been better. It's been better.
It's been better. It's been better.
This is BS.
But
this is BS. To say I was ever checked, I'd say I've ever been checked out as BS.
Cam comes in a wonderful mood. I like to think I do too.
Yeah.
Now there's some nights I don't sleep as well if I'm working, or like last night,
it's a lot different now.
Where I had to pee 4 times in the middle of the night. Maybe I don't get as much sleep.
Are you drinking beer?
No, the fan's on. Is that weird? But when the fan's on me,
you get a little bit chillier, and then your body.
The fan makes me have to go.
If I have to piss, I have to. I even a little bit. If I have to pee a little bit, I have to get up and do it, or else I'm thinking about it when I'm sleeping. Somebody trying to goes, Cam's oh boy tweet was so funny. Yeah, that's what that popped in my head. I'm a simple man. I'm not going to write a huge thing. It's like, oh boy, scored first 2 shots of the game. I'm going to put out a tweet that says, oh boy. That's what I'm going to do.
Does your phone have a lock on it? Like if you left it?
Yes.
I wouldn't be able to tweet something for you?
No. If you did that to me. If you did that, that'd be like what I got in Jet and the Devils when they stole my phone and I had to call Lou. And I had to go see those guys. You asked. I dare you to do it. I dare you to do it.
That's not my thing. I'm just reporting what's circulating on the
if you took
Twitter
my
tweets.
phone and did that, oh my God.
I would never do that.
I know you would.
Multiple chatters are questioning you talking about playing 23 minutes. Both the general
I said I never did.
And
he said he never did.
Okay.
I did juniors probably one time. I did in Nottingham, that's for damn sure. In AAA, I'd play the whole game. Defense, offense, penalty kill, power play, did everything. Never came off the ice. So shut your mouth. 23 minutes though, but if you did play 23 minutes the way I played, I mean, my body. What was
your career high minutes played
in the NHL?
Yes,
probably 11 or 12.
It's pretty good.
It was good for what I did. It was good for what I did. I never said I did. Rooster.
This is a
there's something different. Okay, my bad, Rooster. Sorry about that. That was Wombat, I'm sure. Sorry, Wombat. That's on you.
Calm down.
Love all y'all.
I gotta agree with Rooster on this one.
What's he saying?
Isn't it the Blues who are paying dinner?
I'm not saying that they need to keep him fresh for the Olympics. I'm saying that because he's going to be playing and traveling over the course of the Olympics as Canada's goalie, it exacerbates how tired he's going to be in the second half of the season when they have back-to-backs and things like that. So it's about keeping him fresh the entirety of the year. And a factor in keeping him fresh is that unlike Hofer, Jordan Binnington has to be traveling across the entirety of, or not traveling, but he has to be at the Olympics doing all that for the entirety, which the Blues can then not control his rest and things like that, like they can in every other situation. So they have to control it when they can, even more so.
I submit to you, sir, that the most important thing would be to get Hofer back on track and worry about keeping Binner fresh later.
Putty goes, best goalie tandem in the NHL, huh? Shut up, Putty. They were supposed to be.
I
got you on that.
I love it. I'd do it again right now.
Supposed to be.
I would do it right now.
And you know what else I was thinking? I said too, and I said this on multiple, I think Sportsnet TSA. I go, Tucker and Mayu, watch out for them. And they started off really. See, you just don't know. You get excited. You don't know.
Cam, you played 10 minutes at Nashville on April 3rd, 2008.
Hell yeah.
You were +1 in a 2-3 loss.
Okay.
But I haven't found another four digit another 4-digit game for you yet.
Andy Murray. Sometimes I only get one shift, and
because that was the season you averaged your highest amount of time on ice.
Was that
7 minutes? Your
Blues?
First year with the Blues.
7 minutes, pretty solid.
7 minutes a game,
crushing guys. Let's see, but okay. Now I'm not sure. What is Sidney Crosby's hockey name? He has a Y at both names. He's called Sid. He's called Sid.
I love the hockey thing. When you already have a Y, we just cut that Y off.
They call Evgeny Malkin Gino.
Yeah, I like.
What is that? Why do we know why?
Evgeny. Instead of Evgeny, you call him Gino.
Okay.
GENI Geno Gino. Evgeny Gino.
Why can't you call Crosby Crosser?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Jim!
I've heard worse.
They ain't gonna stick.
I haven't.
They ain't gonna stick.
Find me one.
It's too much. It's too Sid. What up, Sid?
Randy came up with Nadub for Nathan Walker, and that's better than
what is it?
Nadub.
That's kind of cool.
I like it.
It's Walks.
I liked it.
Walks.
Nadub's better than Walks.
Walks. That's it. But Walker's so you've seen it that name so many times. Your Walks. You know what I mean? It is what it is. The curse of Andy. Stop it! But you got stop it.
You didn't have to read that. You did not have to read that.
The curse of Andy is so funny.
You did.
I'm sorry. That's hilarious.
If you stop listening to our show to listen to Brendan Schaefer, there's something terribly wrong with you.
Oh, let's.
We have another.
Well, maybe show off a little your pink. You can get around a little quicker.
of Peelsy,
Yeah.
saying, "Yeah, I wasn't really a rules guy." If you could find that, Rock, I don't know if you ever heard that.
It's a doozy.
Tim Peel, a referee for how many years?
Long time.
Saying, "I wasn't really a rules guy." on our show.
We're like, clip that off. Nate, clip that off. Oh, that was hilarious. Ay. If the defense doesn't step up and the offense doesn't start scoring, it doesn't matter who's playing goalie. Yeah, but like
no, it does.
First 2 shots on net, like it's deflating. It's so deflating. Now you're reaching, you're trying to crawl back right off the bat. And
so
it takes so much energy out of you.
I saw the first goal. I saw the first goal, and I switched, turned my TV. I don't remember if it was a World Series or Chiefs were on. I'm flipping around. And then I see it's 2-0, and I look and I was like, please don't say 2 shots on goal, please. And it was 2 goals, 2 shots on goal.
Now you're trying to catch up the whole game. Everybody's like, oh, Jesus. And they're thinking about him, man. And he's going through trouble.
You kind of need him.
You need him.
But that's why I say give him a little space.
You can't take him out and put Benner in there. And then you got another,
if you suck, you suck.
It's true. It kind of is. I don't know how to.
He doesn't suck.
No. He was damn good.
Pitchers go through this.
Charlie, you're wrong all the time. Oh, that was genuine.
I don't know.
No.
I had never
do that again.
Charlie, you're wrong all the time.
Wow, that's when you guys were going. That's when you guys were going. That wasn't a funny. Go to break.
We're gonna move.
That was.
Cam, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna move that one into the favorite folder.
Wow, that's when you.
That gets moved that gets moved to the.
But I also didn't we just play Charlie is right?
Oh man,
Charlie, you're wrong all the time.
Oh yeah, dude. Wow.
I said Charlie's right.
Yeah, meaning like you guys are going toe to toe.
Go back to back with these. Let's hear the
Charlie's right.
Charlie, you're wrong all the time. One of those sounds a lot more sincere than the other one.
Whoa. Usually Jimmy's just kind of calm and kind of you'll get you and get. Then it got to a point where
suck it up. What I said?
Suck it up. Wow.
Suck it up.
You were an angry little guy.
Wow.
We had some hot debates.
Wow. This song isn't bad, and usually Jim's music sucks ass.
I don't answer to music snobs.
Oh man.
What kind of snobs do you answer to?
None.
Not wine.
No.
Not
none.
music.
No. By the way.
What about financial snobs?
By the way, well,
yeah.
I don't go to the country club like you do, so I don't run into them. Comrade.
Well played.
I did ask. Comrade is a good name. I did ask my wife about that, and I said, if you're home, do we have to? Because we had a good bottle of wine with our spaghetti the other night. I said, do we have to sniff this? She goes, no. We know it's good. We let it breathe.
Let it breathe.
I said, Cam said you have to smell it.
No, but if you I'll smell that.
You know what the bottle you bought. Almost every time you know what the bottle you bought.
Even if I'm at home, I'm like this. Because it smells so damn good when it's a good bottle of wine. You just enjoy it that much more. I used to
Missouri
not
wine
like
can't be that good.
There's some.
There goes the Herman sponsorship.
In Herman, there's some good wine. St. James has some good wine. I've had some.
Don't give me
Missouri
booze. I need wine.
That is ridiculous, right there.
Losers always whine about their luck.
John Connery?
Yeah, that was Charlie.
Wait, do that again. I thought that was Nate.
Losers always whine about their luck.
No, it's Charlie.
That's Nate.
That was Nate.
That's Charlie.
Charlie?
It was?
It's listed as Charlie.
Okay.
I kind of feel like Italian food is made for wine.
It is. And steak.
Steak's pretty good.
Damn good
John
wine.
does have a good question.
How the Blues is bad? Goaltending, lack of scoring.
Is it defense more than the goaltending?
Dude, the goaltending's been god awful. I mean, I don't know.
No, these are
okay. How about those goals the other day against Chicago with Holfer? Like they just trickled right in. His legs were wide open. Like that is when you're letting in the first 2 shots every other game. Like that's the biggest problem going. But Parayko did not have a good game last night. Turned the puck over. They kicked her out to Crosby. Like, he wasn't good in front of the net. There's a couple plays. Him and Fowler weren't that good last night, and they were logging a lot of minutes.
I'm a Benner apologist. I am.
So am I.
So when he has a bad one, I always blame the defense.
Yeah.
But what I've seen from Hofer to this point, it's not the defense.
Not every goal, but a lot of them are on him. It literally hasn't. If anything, there is more time off between games now. The game is not as physical in the past, and the players are in better condition. If anything, it's easier now.
Is there by chance a condensed schedule this year, Cam?
Yeah, I mean, it's mathematics, which I'm really good at.
Are you?
Yeah. No,
right,
at all. But I could figure this out. But I could figure this out.
Cut that off. I gotta get that.
Look at February's schedule. There's nothing.
It's mathematics.
You got to tighten up the schedule somehow. You know, I will say, is it as physical? No, but the guys are going a lot faster when they hit you, and no one's getting held up. So the hooking and clutching, if you want to consider that physicality, that's gone. But the guys have nobody holding them up, so they're hitting harder. Like, look at the hits back in the day. They weren't, I mean, Scotty and all those, but the forwards weren't going 100 miles an hour and crushing as much. But they're still hitting. But the planes are nicer. The food's better. The way of life is nice as you can get. The way, how healthy you are on the plane, how much you're taken care of as far as your body is concerned. Once you get off the plane, once you get on the plane, yeah. Back then you played through injury. You played through the shite. Now it's all about preserving the players and longevity of their career, which is good, but the game then was so much more physical. Yeah, I mean, it was physical, man. Like, it was. And they understand injuries better now, too, so they could pinpoint. But I don't think these guys are – no one's sitting anybody out because they're saving them. No one's sitting anybody out. Like, if Robert Thomas probably begged to play, but he had some upper body injury, meaning he got rocked in the head. He's probably dizzy. You got to – that's not saving somebody. It's like, no, he's not ready yet. He's probably spinning. Jake Neighbors got hurt. Those guys would play through anything. They don't sit games out just because they're tired. That doesn't happen in hockey. What are you talking about? In that basketball? Blues haven't been winning ever since rock silence hockey. Bob. Oh, my
I don't have access to the channel anymore, so I just don't read.
I just don't
read Hockey Bob's tweets anymore.
He hasn't been that active.
Oh, no.
But
That's hurtful.
No, but when they go back and forth, it's the funniest damn thing, especially about religion.
I like it when Rock gets mad because he got a hair trigger.
Oh man, he does.
And you know what? He's gotten better because, as you point out, my job is to poke, and now he just kind of flicks it away for most until I land one.
You get one.
You need to get me with a good one because I don't know if the listeners
He'll get you.
Like the listeners seem to bitch when I get angry.
No, there's a couple.
No, it's good.
There's a couple doozies. There's a couple doozies in the past couple of weeks.
You can always get me. There's
the Nike shoes.
He didn't like
that.
It's hard to virtue.
I'm just saying.
What shoes am I supposed to buy?
No, comrade. It's hard to virtue signal when you're wearing Nikes. That's all.
I'm wearing Adidas today. You can't get me.
Oh yeah.
I got my Adidas on today.
Oh man. All righty. Let me read this real quick. Let me talk about the Audi Exchange in Kirkwood, Missouri. Right there. They're the best in the business. Go see my buddy Neil Westfall. They're right there, right next to us in Woodlawn in Manchester. Hey, the all-new Audi Q5 Premium is completely redesigned and better than ever. It's Audi's best made better. Now's your chance to drive one home with a 3.99% financing for 72 months at Audi Kirkwood. Embrace the effortless style and the exhilarating power of the all-new Audi Q5 Premium. Take your chance and shop their selection of the best Audi has to offer. Go see my buddy Neil and the entire crew at the Audi Kirkwood on Manchester Road or shop their entire inventory online at theaudikirkwood.com. That's audikirkwood.com. Audi Kirkwood, expect the exceptional.
I haven't got the deal with them on the sales side yet. That will be happening for us, for Rachel, at least next year. But the service side of that place is absolutely killer.
Damn good.
Other places we drop off the car before 7 a.m. and we get a text at like 1 p.m., maybe sometimes 3 p.m. that the car was ready and we could go pick it up. Drop the car off there after 7 a.m. It was done before 10. Service there.
That's
They're
how you did.
absolutely killing it over
Now,
there.
That's how you did.
She's getting a new one, and she does a lot for you, but nothing says I love you more than picking up a twin Audi for your significant other.
Like those,
not just one,
like those
too.
Christmas commercials where the hot woman comes out and there's look,
a
I got a
bow.
new car,
Has
and,
anyone ever-
and then
a
it's like,
big
I
bow
got
on
one
it.
Have you
too.
ever known someone?
I've seen that commercial.
I got one too.
Have you guys ever
Two
seen
$110,000
Yeah.
vehicles in the driveway.
I want to meet somebody
So
one day who
relatable.
actually walks out to their driveway
So
with a car with a
relatable.
bow on it. I want to meet that person.
So relatable, and their house in the backdrop is just perfect.
Looks like Kansas St. Albans.
Kind of. That is
No,
true.
remember-
I do need
yeah.
a new vehicle though. Maybe I could.
She's like, Merry
does.
Christmas. I got us matching watches. And he goes, I have something for you. Come look.
Come outside, honey.
And there's two. One, she took the SUV he wanted.
He got the truck. She got the SUV. $110,000 each. Whatever.
What are we doing wrong?
What are we doing? And everybody watches that. Like,
Yes.
that could happen. Like, yeah, honey, it can. Yeah,
I'll
I'll work harder.
I never saw
I'll work
anyone
harder.
with a new car in the driveway with a bow on it.
No.
Never.
I would though.
It doesn't,
I would do that
it
for
doesn't
Kate.
really
100,000%.
exist. It doesn't really exist.
Yeah, it does.
Listen,
It does.
No, it's
It
a
does- Rocky O.
figment. No, it's a figment of the Western imagination, just like full
I know
cafeteria
guys that did
food
that.
fights.
I know
They're
guys that did
they're
that.
not real.
Not two of them, but one for the wife.
No,
100%.
it's a full cafeteria food fight. It only exists on your television.
No. My buddies have done that for their wives.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
With the bow on it?
Yeah.
Get the hell out
No.
of here.
I never saw it.
I ain't there.
Talking about the PJ buddies, are we?
Well, I mean, I know hockey guys that did that. I know,
Yeah, I forgot the people you know.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I ain't there yet.
Tyler told me when he makes it big, either pitching or in business, he will get me a G-Wagon. Now the question is,
Jimmy,
can I
you-
live that? Can I live that long?
You want a G-Wagon though?
Oh, that's my
they're
dream car.
bitch looking, dude. They are. Yeah,
That's my dream
You
car.
driving that? I
didn't know you were a
I don't know.
17-year-old in LA.
There it is, Rock.
Are you kidding me?
No, Rock is kind of right on that.
Every single
it's-
girl on
there it
on
is.
my super sweet 16. What did they want? What do they want? Daddy, I want a G-Wagon.
Or
Daddy,
Range
I
What
want
is
a
what is
G-Wagon.
my sweet
Daddy,
16?
I want a G-Wagon.
But it's
What is
true.
my
He's-
sweet
he's-
16?
He's
It was
right.
an MTV show in the early 2000s.
He's right on that.
I don't think
For
so.
girls, and you were watching?
Dude,
Listen,
get in house.
I've had friends who are
That's
girls
like
my entire
classy.
life. Jim tried.
That's too much for you.
It's too much car.
G-Wagon.
It's just too loud.
Out
And
of
look
here.
at me. It is.
It's my dream car.
I know, but it doesn't fit.
And my
you.
kid said, Dad, you could get a G-Wagon. I go, well, I'm kind of footing the bill for you in life. So no.
How much are those damn things?
Probably a nice one, 100,
G-
130,
G-Wagons are
140.
elite. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, you're not
probably more
getting
than
them.
that.
New G-Wagons 145 without anything on it. Standard edition.
Standard.
I want a G-Wagon.
I know. I get it, but
Any dealer out there wants to
Yeah,
give me
no.
a G-Wagon. I'm open
to
discussing it.
I'm talking to Neil about giving me an Audi. I want to float when I drive here 45 minutes. I want to float. God.
He'll still be scared.
Sometimes. It's dark as hell out. It's the worst of sun in the morning now. It's the darkest. It's dark. I can't see anything.
It's only like this
Put
for
the
another
lights on. I think they got headlights
It's only
on
this for
cars.
another-
Even then.
Cam, it's only this for another week. Then the farmers.
Then it
get
comes
their-
back.
The farmers
Oh,
get
I
their time
know.
change.
I was
You're right. You're
driving
right.
back with Tyler from a game the other day, and it was raining and misting where you couldn't see the car ahead of you. And I'm driving, and people are going 90.
I know.
And I'm thinking,
Crazy.
if Cam were driving, you'd be freaking.
I'd be like this. I'd be going 45 miles an hour in a slow lane. People fly past me. I am an old woman.
Flip that off.
I am an old woman, and I drive slow. And these people, even in like wet conditions, will drive literally 40 miles an hour faster than me on the highway. Now, some of them are big trucks. You're like, they got to get to the job site. Okay, you're digging deep. Like those tires are going to handle it. But then you'll get a kid flying by in a Saturn going 110. You're like, Jesus. In the rain. Ooh. Nope. Okay, we're going to go to break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. This is Hot Take Central 2.0.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Grandpa Pigeons, Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods, and Becky's Carpet and Tile Superstore.
Hey, see that, kids? That's the St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the West.
the Lou Information Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 you're a boomer.
The St. Louis expression?
Stream our content 24/7 at louinfo.com. The station.
Buddy. What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment, no matter the situation.
That's peace of mind.
That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to a $250 Amazon gift card.
Buddy, it don't get much better than this.
Yep.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. A St. Louis man was in court Monday accused of stealing donations meant for tornado victims. Police say Marcus Allen Jr. broke into Influence Church on Clarence Avenue, taking shoes and electronics collected for storm victims. Officers later allegedly caught him in the act. He's being held without bond. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump is representing 23 Cardinal Ritter College prep football players and their families after police pepper sprayed the team following a game near Canton, Ohio on October 3rd. Massillon police said they used pepper spray when players did not follow commands. The families claim only their team was targeted. St. Louis police are investigating after a man was found dead Monday morning in the Greater Ville neighborhood. Officers say the body was found around 9:30 on the 4100 block of LaBeatty Avenue. Homicide detectives are leading that investigation. A Wallet Hub study put St. Louis among the best baseball cities in America. St. Louis ranked as the 4th best baseball city out of more than 330. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Low pressure moving in from the southern plains, so we could get a few afternoon showers today. Cloudy, and we're in the upper 50s. Rain looks likely overnight. We'll drop into the upper 40s and will be a little windy. Breezy on Wednesday. Showers continue. Most of those will taper off by about noon. Our afternoon high in the mid-50s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
Joined now by the boss, Dave Green. Dave, we're building something pretty special here, but running a growing media company takes more than great content. Tell us why you chose Home Bank for your business banking.
For us, it's all about relationships. With Home Bank, we're not just an account number. We know the people there, and they know us, our goals, and where we're headed. That personal connection makes all the difference.
Greener, when you say relationships, what does that really look like?
They not only know my name, Cam, they know our business. And when I need something, whether it's a a phone call or a text, weekday or weekend, morning or night, I get a response from someone I know and help with whatever I need.
That's huge. And for a business like ours, you need a bank that can move at the pace you're moving.
Exactly. We're in a fast-changing media world, and Home Bank has been a steady partner through it all.
Home Bank is a team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001.
Home Bank, member FDIC, more than a bank, they're your business partner.
Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Yeah, baby. Welcome back, 855. J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood, Missouri. Hot Take Central 2.0. Cam, Rockio, Jimmy the Cat Hayes doing our thing on YouTube. What's up? What's up? What's up? Get them in. Get them in. Get them in. Cam played. I thought it was just candy. Shut up, Bobby Bo. Cam, all the teammates you played with, who was the biggest jokester? Ooh, a lot, and I didn't like it. I didn't like when guys pranked me. Okay, I had a couple bad run-ins with pranks early in my career that almost got me, and I don't like that. I don't like when you put tape on my stuff. I don't like when you put a water bottle on my shin pads, and that's when hits me in the head. I don't need that.
I don't like when we do golf cart jousting.
Oh, go to break. Cam will limp into break. He will limp into the break.
I'm sorry, I had to.
Man, yeah, you can't do that.
That wasn't really a prank. Like it wasn't.
That wasn't
let's ruin this young player's career. That's.
Oh my God, that. I got lucky in a lot of ways that they still accept me around here. Although it wasn't my fault. I was a young guy. Jay McKee, Danny Hino, love both of you.
Leadership is pointing the fingers at others.
God, you got me on that, Rock. You got me on that.
You just pointed your finger at cheese.
I know. I love cheese. That was
he drove a semi. His dilly
and a Ferrari, and we were hanging out a lot. Me and him.
He was a great dude.
Oh man, we were hanging out a lot.
A little irresponsible.
Well, you're a little bit. I got. Yeah, Rock. Anyway, I'm trying to
shake that off.
Shake that off a little bit. Good. You set me back, dude.
That was
Whoa, you got me, man. That was a good one, dude. That whole situation sucked. I told you
I remember.
We have two very different.
I was going to call a helicopter to come in and pick him up.
I'll change the conversation.
Thank you.
We have a very interesting conversation coming up because Fans on the Couch says the most impactful thing Rock has ever said is the food fight thing. I've always thought that about that a lot. Never actually happened. The second potatoes are tossed, everyone's suspended. And then Kreider calls me a communist. They're both real. I'm from a town of 2,000 people, and I've seen both full cafeteria food fights and bows on the car for the 16th birthday.
There it is. Yeah.
Towns of under 2,000 people aren't real places.
I've seen that in Jersey, too. Some rich
I like
buddies.
towns with less than 2,000.
I do, too, but, like, that's the only place, like, okay, fine. Maybe the town high school outside of High Hill has had food fights before. My bad.
Let me give a shout out to Washington, Missouri. That's where Tyler played.
It was nice. That's a real nice. That's a nice town.
You got your hillbillies. You got them there.
They got a nice river, and their river, like their landing, is built up better than the one we have.
I know.
I like Washington.
Now that river is easier to control with floods.
I get it, but I didn't also see rusted out refrigerators floating by
and bodies. Although there are. But no, Washington ain't bad. They got damn good food on that strip too. Looking over the river, it's cool.
We ate at a place.
On a huge
good
river.
people.
I wish I could remember the name.
Things that people way up the river put into the river.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I think the place was called Cowan. And I got a country fried steak.
Yeah, found it. Damn good. They got damn good food there. It's a little community. Is it too far away to live in Washington, buy a little bit of land, come out of Washington, hit Flaherty Far, and come down to the city? Is it too far to live out
every
there?
day? Yeah,
it's tough.
But let's say you didn't have to be in the city every day.
Then yeah,
it's not bad.
Then yeah. Okay, We are going to go to break. Don't go anywhere. Get them in. We're going to talk a lot of baseball, that 6.5-hour game last night. We'll be back. Hot Take Central 2.0.
The countdown to the 2025-2026 Grizzlies season is on, and our 10-game packs are the ticket to your ultimate fan experience. Whether you want to see the big names or just cheer on your team on the weekend, you can save money on a ticket pack that fits you. Choose from 4 different pack varieties or stack multiple packs to make sure you don't miss any marquee matchup or electric atmosphere this season. Visit Grizzlies.com pack to get your ticket pack today.
When it's time to bring the energy, don't fake it. Fuel it. Drink Thunder is the all-natural, plant-based, fruit-based pre-workout drink that gives you real results without the junk. No sugar, no crash, just clean energy, powered by nature, and loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants to help you perform at your best. Go to drinkthunder.com and grab your favorite flavor: orange mango, blackberry lemonade, or strawberry cream. Drink Thunder, the clean way to power your workout. drinkthunder.com.
You're listening to the exclusive home of Fighting Illini football, the Lou Information Station, 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
USA Radio News. I'm John Summers. The issue of whether the Trump administration can carry out mass layoffs during the government shutdown goes before a federal judge today. San Francisco hearing comes after a judge placed thousands of layoffs of federal workers on hold following a lawsuit from employee unions. The Federal Reserve is widely expected to cut interest rates this week. The Fed kicks off its 2-day meeting in Washington, D.C. today with an announcement on a possible cut coming Wednesday. Hurricane Melissa is closing in on Jamaica with the potential to cause massive devastation. Forecasters warn it will unleash life-threatening flooding, several feet of rain, and landslides. It's packing maximum sustained winds of 175 miles per hour, making Melissa an extremely dangerous Category 5 hurricane. A new poll out Monday shows the race for New York City mayor tightening with just over a week to go until Election Day.
Suffolk University out of Boston says former Governor Andrew Cuomo has cut Zoran Mamdani's lead in half in their latest poll. Mamdani now leads by 10 points over Cuomo, 44% to 34%. Republican Curtis Sliwa is holding 11% of the vote. 7% remain undecided. The poll also notes that of Sliwa's 11%, if he were to leave the race, those voters would overwhelmingly support Cuomo over Mamdani. Jonathan O'Halloran, New York.
Game 3 of the World Series is one for the history books. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts reflects.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest World Series games of all time.
The Dodgers and the Blue Jays were tied at 1 game apiece heading into Monday's matchup in L.A. 18 innings later, the Dodgers held on for a 6-5 win over Toronto in a game that's now tied for the most innings in Fall Classic history. Game 4 goes down tonight from Dodger Stadium. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Business owners, are you paying high phone bills for old school systems and lousy service? StrongTel cuts your phone bills in half and turns every phone you own into a feature-rich business system. Sean Roddy, CEO of Hennings Brothers Drilling, had this to say. We've been a StrongTel customer for over 10 years. It's great, and even includes an intercom with video to our equipment yard. I can watch live from anywhere with my smartphone. I'd recommend StrongTel to anyone. Never miss a customer call again with your StrongTel business system. StrongTel is a proud iTex partner and always welcomes your iTex dollars. You'll get award-winning StrongTel service, a business-class phone system, and cut your phone bill in half. So visit strongtel.com right now. That's StrongTel, StrongTel.com. StrongTel.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222. 222-2222.
Is your brand stuck on the sidelines? Tired of feeling like your marketing budget is just warming the bench? Well, then it's time to get in the game with EIGHTEEN Media. We don't just put your brand near the action, we put you in the action. Imagine this, your company front and center showcased in NCAA and pro stadiums and arenas nationwide. If you're ready to elevate your brand to MVP status, don't miss this shot. Visit eyesightmediagroup.com today to apply for an in-arena partnership. That's eyesightmediagroup.com.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
Hey, Kat, summer's winding down, but I keep thinking, my backyard is weak, man. I need a pool and maybe even a fire pit.
Cam, you know who can handle that? Merrimack Pools and Outdoors. They're a family-owned St. Louis company, been doing this for 25 years.
They do more than just pools, right?
Oh, yeah. Patios, outdoor kitchens, sport courts, fire features, the whole outdoor package. They'll design it, build it, and make it look amazing.
That sounds like trouble for my neighbors when I start hosting barbecues with the boys.
Exactly. And here's the best part. Free consultations, smart pool features like LED lighting and spa integration, financing options, and they back it all with a lifetime manufacturer warranty.
That's legit. And you know I like local. They're licensed, insured, bonded, and based right here in St. Louis.
If you want the ultimate backyard, head to SplashSTL.com.
Hit up SplashSTL.com for more information and receive a free salt cell included in your package. A $2,000 value. SplashSTL.com.
St. Louis's new home for the best in sports coverage is STL Sports Central. Find them on YouTube or at STLSportsCentral.com. With names like Randy Carricker and Bernie Miklitz leading the way to provide you with the latest news and commentary on all of your favorite St. Louis sports teams, along with great written content and post-game shows after every St. Louis sports team plays. That's STL Sports Central, online or on YouTube.
The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Let's go. 9:06 on a Tuesday. Jay Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood, Missouri. Hot Take Central 2.0 coming at you. Cam Janssen, Matthew Rocchio, Jimmy the Cat Hayes, and Ed and Brody Herman. What's going on, guys? What's going on?
Too much. We're just honored. It's an honor and privilege to be here with you guys. It's been a lovely day.
We appreciate that.
Oh, he every week. He never takes it for granted. He loves coming in with you guys.
We like having you in here, my man.
I don't know where he gets the energy from. He stayed up last night and watched all
the
whole
thing. Watched the whole game. Didn't miss a beat.
I believe that. Actually,
I did. I watched the whole thing. I was right downstairs.
I tried, man. I did try. I was out after 12 innings, then I kept kind of waking up, falling asleep.
12 innings, and I was out.
That was it. And then about 4:00 in the morning, I got up. And like the TV's still on, but now it's showing some infomercial, and I'm like, "Oh God, what happened?"
I'm
grabbing my phone,
again.
Yeah, Freddie. I mean the Dodgers, they did it again, but you got to respect those Blue Jays. I mean, what a game to go into Los Angeles and do what they did. It's just there's no beating Ohtani, man.
Can't do it.
I love Freddie because I think he kind of got played dirty in Atlanta, and he wasn't happy at first with the Dodgers. Then it all worked out for him.
Yeah,
and one of the nicest guys in baseball. I also liked last night because I noticed when Tommy made that error that opened the door for the Blue Jays, I was like, are the Dodger fans going to rip him on Twitter? Oh my gosh, they were ripping Tommy Edman.
Yeah, how did they feel about Tommy Edman after the throw to third?
He had triple redemption because he had three really good plays.
Yeah.
No,
what
he
a
was
solid player that he is.
He's a key part of that team. He really is, and I'm happy to see him do it. I always liked the guy, and most of my handles have Edman in it because it's a kind of a nickname for me, Ed Herman. So that a lot of people say they called me the Edman.
How was your license plate at one point? Wasn't it on the
It
Lexus?
was at one point. My license plate was Edman 3. But so I always root for Tommy. But yeah, that game was insane, and I'm sure you guys have already talked it to death this morning.
We talked Blues.
We've had to talk Blues.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you.
So what's up then? Let's go.
I mean, the only thing I think everyone's pointing to the same thing, and I don't really have a great explanation for why they pitched to Ohtani in the 7th inning. I mean, there was nobody on base. They had a 1-run lead to protect. The guy had already had, not just 3 extra base hits, but his last 6 at-bats in that stadium, 4 of them had been homers, 2 of them had been doubles. Like, the guy was already in scoring position the second he walked up to the plate. I don't understand the rationale and where you wouldn't just walk him. I mean, obviously they figured it out after that, walked him the next 5 times, but how do you pitch to him there? That to me was the whole game.
You can't get around him.
I mean, Jim, you've asked that question a million times in a million games.
Right.
Is there any acceptable answer in that? Is there like a real answer? Forget the ones they tell you, but what really happened there?
We know what they tell you. Well, we were trying to pitch him carefully, and one got away. That's what the answer you get. I don't know. I didn't stay up to see post game or anything like that, but I agree. I just hold up 4 fingers.
Yeah, but
move on to the next guy.
Do you think it's just you start telling yourself in your head, this isn't real, nobody can do it every single time, don't get caught up in the hype, and then you fall for it again, and it is real?
You also don't want to put
hype.
a guy on. Yeah, like you don't. I mean, if you could avoid that, but the thing is, he was just in such a good place. You kind of knew what was going to happen.
I feel like there's a weird thing that happens as a baseball fan, especially one, and I consider, listen, I am a fan. I watch a lot of games. You do it professionally. You watch a lot of games. Is there anything to this idea that sometimes somebody is so hot, they're so locked in that there's not a person watching that doesn't in their heart believe that this person is going to come through here and do something? And when that moment happens, how do you not do every single thing in your power to prevent it? I mean, is that just weird superstition, or am I right to believe that nobody had a doubt in their mind? It's except the one guy who needed to have a doubt. Everybody else felt clearly this is going to happen here.
I don't know why they didn't walk him there. The only thing I can think of is you believe in your guys, and they on scholarship too, and you think they're going to be able to retire Ohtani. It didn't work out. But I mean, I was with you. I was like, I'm surprised they're pitching to him. This ain't going to end well, and it didn't.
But I mean, how do you find a way to do that when every single person watching, in their soul, in their betting soul, if they had to put down $100 in that moment, does this guy come through for you and do something, or do you get him out? I think clearly more than half
they're probably
the people
looking
are
at
going to put their money on he comes through.
So unfortunately, they got another guy behind him, and then another guy after that they could hit too.
Mookie Betts, Freddie
That's
Freeman,
true,
Teoscar
but
Hernandez,
listen,
Tommy Edman.
And clearly that's their best argument, but Betts has struggled more than anybody so far this series. He really has not. Defensively, he's been terrific.
Yep.
Offensively, he hasn't been there yet.
No.
And I think you have to go with anybody but Ohtani. And quite frankly, even the fact that Freddie Freeman walked it off last night, it was after 18 innings. I think at that point, you say, okay, if they had continued pitching to Ohtani, I don't think that game ever gets to 18 innings.
No.
Yeah. So, you walk him 5 times and, you gave yourself chances, one after the next.
Ollie walked Mike Bush. So Ollie walked Bush.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
So we can
got some
we can
people
maybe
mad.
Try to get Mike Matheny on, ask him some questions about 2013, about when's the moment finally hits you square in the face that you go, oh yeah, probably shouldn't throw another pitch in the strike zone to this SOB.
Right. Well, and then you ask yourself, how does this affect the rest of the series? Okay, you walked him 5 times in a row last night. What happens tonight? He's going in there and pitching. The thing is that even if you could stop him at the plate, you can't stop him at the mound if he's on fire.
Unbelievable.
By the way, making the comparison to 2013, David Ortiz in that 2013 World Series had a 1943.
Oh, David Ortiz was on another level.
Oh, yeah, 1943 OPS. Shohei Ohtani through 3 games, 2,000 OPS.
Which is unreal. And I remember Ortiz in that series batted 600 and something in that series.
Yes, he did. I got it right here. Ortiz's slash line in that World Series was a 688 batting average, a 760 OBP, an 1,188 slugging percentage for a grand total of 1,948.
It was insane. But you know what though? To his credit, Brody and I went to that World Series. And Ortiz tossed us a ball.
Yes,
really?
Yeah. So, because remember back then, you were in the National League Stadium. He had to play first base. That was before you had the DH. So, typically it's the first baseman as they're walking back to the dugout who might have that ball that you can toss into the stand. This back in 2013 before they put the extra netting up. So he came back and he was just young enough because what is it now?
So
that's 12 years ago.
It was an 11.
So you were 11 years old. So imagine that. We're sitting in the front, 11-year-old boy at the World Series. David Ortiz tossed him a ball. After that, he could do no wrong in my book. No matter how many times.
You still got that, Brody?
Yeah,
of
I
course.
love the ball. Of course I do.
No matter how many times he's beat my Yankees.
Were you nice when you were yelling for a ball? Or
Yes,
did you
I was.
Okay.
Very nice.
You got to be polite.
No, because most kids just yell the last name.
No, you
like they're demanding
always
it.
put that Mister in front of it, and then they're always
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there you go. True. Show
Yes,
a little
sir.
respect. You're not their equal.
They're not their friend.
Did you see the play where it was supposed to be ball 4 and they called the ball 4?
Yes,
then
I
they
saw
called a
that
strike
play.
and then
That
they
was
such a BS
What
call.
happened there?
That was it was a terrible call on the umpire in that it was clearly a ball. It was 6 inches above the strike zone.
Yeah.
It was so obvious that it was a ball that like the player, the batter, kind of tossed his bat aside, was going to go to first, and the runner that was on first just started walking down towards second.
Jeez.
And it was a delayed call on top of that. So not only was it a blown call, it was a delayed call. So by the time he calls it a ball or a strike instead of a
He's
ball,
halfway to second.
yeah. So it was just as simple at that point of just tossing the ball over to first base and
And
tagging
honestly,
him.
the missed call, you know what? It was right over the top of the zone based on the K zone that they were showing. That one's slightly egregious. It's 100. The delay is really where the mistake is made.
The delay was inexcusable.
Oh my God, it was bad.
I quite frankly felt that the high strike is the easiest one to get right, not wrong.
That's fair.
Because that's right in his eyes, and it was not that close to the zone. I think it was 6 inches over the zone. I thought that was so obviously a ball. I think everyone in the stands was like, "What the heck just happened?"
And it's harder now. That's the easy one. With the way pitchers make the ball move and the way so many catchers are great at pitch framing, that it's a really hard job for the umpires. So I'm glad that they're going to take action with
and it to think that we already know that next year that would not have happened. Like clearly you would have reversed that and it would have changed the entire inning and it might have changed the entire game, which might have changed the whole series. So rule changes are a big deal. One rule change and that's it.
That's right.
And yet I am a big believer in the more accurate you can get it, the better. I don't want to slow the game down any more than anybody else does. But I mean, that alone just proves accuracy is just so important.
And you know what rule I've hated since they put it in the Ghost Runner?
Yeah, me too.
Like, if you don't have it in the postseason, then why is it in the regular season?
Well,
like,
a lot of
I know
sports
some
change
people
their
like it because it
rules.
ends. I get it. But to me, it underscores that the regular season isn't that important. And it shouldn't be that way.
You know what it is? It's just it's a little bit of a different game in the regular season. It's a 162 game marathon and the way you play your team is just differently. I think that is a little bit of something to look at in baseball to say, why does the strategy change so much in the postseason? The way you handle your starters, your bullpen. Like if you have a game that the strategy changes that much in a short series compared to the season, you might have some inherent problem in your sport. Why should it be that radically different?
I just think because it's a smaller runway where you pretty much all hands on deck. You can't operate your pitching staff that way.
But
during
think of
the
another
regular
sport.
season.
Is there another sport where your strategy changes that much?
I think 3 out of the 4 major sports.
Talk about it. I'd like to hear that.
Because, I mean, hockey players always talk about how playoff hockey is a completely different sport than regular season hockey. And then in basketball,
the overtime,
but it can be in terms of intensity, and the overtime is different. So there's that in hockey.
And then in basketball, you go from playing 12 or 13 guys every night in the regular season. You shorten your rotation to 9 guys, sometimes even to 8 guys. And now all of a sudden your starters are playing more. Your defensive rotations are going to be different. Your offensive play calling is going to be completely different in basketball. I think really football is the only one that doesn't see a huge shift in strategy. I think all the other three do see major shifts in how the game is played or the style that the game is played. Because like hockey, it gets a lot more defensive minded. Hitting gets ramped up. And basketball too, what you can do defensively as an NBA team in the playoffs compared to a regular season game is, a complete 180 in game planning.
Yeah. Thibodeau lost his job with the Knicks. One of the big reasons was he didn't play his bench during the regular season. He did the same thing he did in the postseason where he's playing a handful of guys, and they might have been
that's why they fired Tom Thibodeau, because they played his stars. Nobody played his starters more than Thibodeau did.
So, they might have been burnt out by the time you get to the postseason.
Now, I think that part of it's why, take Moneyball.
Sure.
As a philosophy of building your organization. I think one of the challenges there is that all of the statistics that feed into the Moneyball philosophy are for a full season. It's 162 games where you can play the law large numbers. You're going to face a lot of weak teams along the way, weak pitchers along the way. It's just not a mathematical strategy that gets you through the postseason.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I think it just changes. I would love to see a sequel, a mathematical sequel, not necessarily a book or a movie, where they redo that entire analysis, but they're only looking at postseason type of scenarios. If there's enough numbers there to learn anything, because I just think that's why that philosophy never seems to hold up. Those teams never seem to go very far in the postseason.
I'm not a fan of the movie Moneyball. It was entertaining, but number one, Scott Hatteberg was not Babe Ruth. He wasn't, and they made it seem like he was. Secondly, they never mentioned they had the best pitching in the league.
They had Barry Zito, Tim Hudson, and Mark Mulder.
They never mentioned that.
And they never mentioned Miguel Tejada, who was a shortstop and was an MVP. No, that's not why. I think that's not why. It's because it didn't serve their narrative. Their narrative was about how you could use statistical analysis to replace high-priced ball players.
Why Scott Hatteberg? Why was he such a big part of that?
Because Chris Pratt was a good actor?
Well, no, because remember, Chris Pratt was not a star at the time. He, that was a really small part for him before his big career. No, I think it was because they knew that the climax of the film was going to be how they won the 20th game of that 20-game winning streak. This wasn't a team that won the championship. That was the culmination, and that walk-off home run was hit by Hatteberg. So working that story arc backwards created a little bit more importance for that character. But in the book, they paid way more attention to like Chad Bradford and the statistical analysis behind his weird pitching and a bunch of other players that they talked about in there. I love the movie. I love it as a piece of entertainment, but it was
entertaining.
It
but
ignored a lot of the realities.
The
of
Greek
team.
god of walks in Kevin Youkilis. Them talking about him and how they can't pull him out of the Red Sox organization because they love him and things like that. Your point about strategy is interesting because we've also seen that in sports too, because, up until the Golden State Warriors, the thought process was a jump shooting team can't win the NBA title. And
Mike D'Antoni came along.
But Mike D'Antoni could not win.
He couldn't do it because he didn't have the horses, Rockio.
But the point though is that everyone thought up until the Warriors finally did it, and the Warriors won not because of their shooting, they won because they were a great defensive team that also had a lot of great shooting. But that was always the axiom was, you can't win if you're. And so it's interesting to me also when you have sports that are like that. And it's like, is that a bad thing? It's a current thing in soccer. Also, people don't think you can win in MLS playoffs by playing like the high pressing style that St. Louis played. That's why they lost in the playoffs. So it's like, is that a bad thing for a league, or is it kind of good that you?
Well, I think every sport has that. Like football has that. When they talk about defense winning Super Bowls, and you can't win it with just sort of the heavy offense.
Agree.
Jim,
with basketball, though, it was the emergence of foreign-born players and the style of basketball they play overseas, where it's like big men could shoot the three, and there's a lot of drive and kick, which is Euro ball, and it's hard to beat, and so that kind of made its way to this country.
Yeah, I think we're seeing that in baseball too. I think the Asian style of baseball influencing the style of play here. The teams that have adopted some of it have had some good success. I'm excited for the WBC this year.
Yes,
I thought the last one that we had was as good of a tournament of any sport that I've ever seen. It was some of the most exciting baseball I've ever watched. The national pride associated with baseball is electric. I don't think we've seen anything else like that outside of like the soccer world where you get it very heavily. But no, that's going to be.
When does that start?
It's March of 2026.
Wow, you got the Olympics and you got that.
Oh yeah, it's exciting time.
To me, baseball though, it's just cyclical. It always comes around. I mean, I can't tell you over the years, you're a baseball fan, where it used to be for a while on base percentage. That was key.
That was the king.
And now then it was launch angle. That kind of now it's back to two outcomes, home runs, strikeouts. And I always go back to what David Freese told me, who's a hero in St. Louis.
Yeah.
He's with the Pirates at the time, just finishing up his career. And he said the young players taught him what he should have known earlier in his career. He said he was always told right center, line drive, line drive. He said he probably grounded in to more double plays than he needed to. He said it's very simple. 3 outfielders, big open ground, get the ball in the air. He said he would have been a different player had he adopted that earlier in his career instead of line drive, back up the middle.
Yeah, well, what can you do? I mean, that's the game does. It evolves, it ebbs, it flows.
Is the worst
Styles
baseball
change.
movie the John Goodman Babe Ruth movie? Probably, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
what is
that's
the
gotta
worst?
Be up there.
I
That's
didn't
gotta
see
be up
that. He
there.
kind of looks like maybe a Babe Ruth.
Yeah, I don't know that I've even sat through it end to end.
That's
I don't
how
know.
bad it is for him not to sit
How
through a
about
baseball
did you ever
movie
watch?
so
Did you ever watch Cobb with Tommy Lee Jones?
Oh,
I heard
Cobb
that one
was
wasn't.
bad.
Yeah, I
Cobb
heard
was
bad
bad
reviews.
too.
Yeah.
Not great.
I heard that one good. Now, there are some that are more surprisingly good. Little Big League is a
great
surprisingly good.
Great movie.
Angels in the
baseball movie.
outfield.
Angels in the outfield. That's charming. Rookie of the Year is charming.
Yeah,
There are a lot of flaws in it, but what I didn't know is Little Big League. This is kind of fun. A little bit of trivia for your listeners. The mother in that movie, because it's about a kid who manages the Minnesota Twins and quite successfully. The mother in that movie in real life is the mother of Pete Crow Armstrong, the great outfielder for the Cubs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So how do you like that?
Wow.
So talk about a little strangeness. So she knows what it's like to have a kid become a superstar in his baseball field.
And what we're seeing now in baseball is to me a dramatic switch as to what they expect from a big league manager. Like to me, it used to be 4 or 5 game swing plus or minus with your manager and doing my podcast, which is, what is that called? Serving it up. Thank you. Those guys, Holiday and Lance Lynn, had some pretty, they said basically with analytics, you're scripted. You don't really have a lot of gut decisions to make. And that opens the door for a guy like Vitello, who is going to have to learn on the job going from college to big leagues, or a Yachty or an Albert.
But here's the problem: is you can only take the statistics so far, and they're never going to get you 100% there, because the thing is the statistics literally change with every single factor. So you say, oh well, we're looking at someone's on base percentage. Under what conditions? Because their on base percentage is going to change. Is it a day game or a night game? Are you home or are you away? Are you facing a righty or are you facing a lefty? Are you what's the count? If the count's a 1-0 count, your chances are totally different than it's an 0-1 count. So when the math changes so dramatically with every single circumstance, every pitched ball, how could you ever have enough to actually be consistently making good decisions?
Well, I think they look at it as it's like gambling.
It's blackjack.
You're
it's the
just
blackjack
trying
table.
Yeah, you're just trying to get your best odds.
That's it. Here's the deal with blackjack. I think it's crap. I think this whole idea that all you're supposed to do is make believe that the undercard is a 10 and then everything flows from that. That's the basic principle that starts is you believe that the dealer's undercard is a 10. And so you decide if you're going to hit or stay based on that. But what if you forget the undercard? What if you change that and the only change in your philosophy was, I'm going to assume that the next card is a 10, not the undercard, but the next card. Now your philosophy changes completely. And I'm telling you, statistically, it is just as likely that the next card is a 10, that the undercard is a 10. Why would they be any different? They were dealt from the same deck. One got dealt here, and a few cards later, one's about to get dealt here.
Well, it depends on what, if you're in a poker tournament with Chauncey Billups, maybe.
Oh, right, exactly. Yeah. If the fix is in, that changes everything. But my point is once you know that the entire betting philosophy would change, if you went on the philosophy that the next card is a 10, which is a no-bust philosophy, basically, it changes the math completely.
I feel like
like that's a lot. That is a big part of the calculus when you're at a blackjack. At least for me, that is like a large part of my calculus at the blackjack table. Even when I'm playing by the book, is like my first thought is assume a 10 there.
Right.
My second thought usually is in the next card when they have to hit when they flip that 10 and it's a 16. My assumption then is the next card's going to be a 10. They're going to bet aggressively. So it's like that is my second thought.
It is. Oh, let's see.
But it's not my first thought.
Because not every baseball player is Albert Pujols.
Well,
he's the only manager. No manager would provide more of a distraction than Albert, but that's because of how great of a player he was, not necessarily.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure that anybody made the statement that the manager doesn't matter. I think Earl Weaver had it right. I think Earl Weaver had it right. He basically said, and there are rare exceptions to this, but he said basically going into the year, that there's 162 games. That is 3 sets of 54 games. So every team is going to win 54 games. Every team is going to lose 54 games. It's the middle 54 games that are going to dictate whether you get there or you don't get there. And of those 54 games, maybe the manager's decisions can dictate 4 or 5 of them.
Right.
And that's it. If you can get those 4 or 5 correct, your team gets over the hump. If you can't, they don't.
Yep.
I think there's probably a lot
the
of
analytics from Athene within the team, as I understood it, was he was always a negative, like a -3% instead of a +3, which is a big swing. But the part to me, like, and Holiday and Lynn are old school guys. They're just saying it's a different game now managing than it used to be. There's a lot more things, like you got to be there at 9 a.m, sometimes coaches have to do that. But to me, and people always discount this, the most important the thing that a manager does is he creates the environment, the atmosphere in which the team plays. And I think that's as important as anything.
It is. It's, in every company, whoever creates the culture that everybody needs to work in is going to dictate how everybody performs.
Right. So to me, that doesn't count with the 3 or 4%.
I think a lot of what the manager does too is shields their players from the media and lets them do their job. It takes a lot of heat. The managers don't get a lot of credit. They take on a lot of blame. And they have to talk to the media with a straight face, even though in their gut, what they're thinking in their gut is probably very different than what they're saying. I mean, John Schneider last night during the game, Ken Rosenthal's talking to him about that play with the umpire. Why the delay on the call? What Schneider really wants to say. Get your head out of your tush.
Yeah.
You missed the call.
No
and you
doubt.
delayed it. You cost us an inning. How much money are the Dodgers paying you? That's what he really wanted to say.
Yeah,
but somehow in that moment, you have to have the discipline to not offend the game, not offend the umpire, not allow your team to let themselves play the victim. As Cam, you could speak to that. How do you do that? What needs to be said to you as a player that gets you out of the mindset in the middle of a game where some lousy call happens that could dictate the thing? What do you need to hear?
We're all screwed.
Is that it? No, but what do you need to hear in that moment that allows you to let it go?
You just got to say, let it go. Don't worry about it. Let's go focus. It's the same kind of cliche stuff. You have to try to find a way to get it because, everybody's got their head down and they're looking this way. They're looking that way. They're all kind of mumbling. They're bitching about the ref or whatever. You gotta stay focused, which is very tough to do. Kind of like what happened to the Blues last night. Lets in 2 shots, 2 goals. Everybody's heads down like this. You got to find a way to pick them back up. And they did.
That's right.
But it's a tough situation, especially when it's something like that so egregious. Like it's hard to move past.
What about when a teammate has a bonehead play? They have that blunder. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows that shouldn't have happened. That was a massive mistake. How do you handle that?
You're good. Hey, you're good. Don't worry about it. You're good. Let's go. You're fine. Let's go.
So you got to dig. You got to dig. You got to dig deep and get him out of that.
We're in this together. Let's go. But if you're playing with Brett Hall, he's going to tell you suck, and he wants you off his line. And who the hell hired this guy?
That's right. And talk about that. So what's the impact of that? You have one guy who
it ruins guys. If your leaders, seriously, if you're and Holy was notorious for that. Like when your leaders bring you down too because they're on a different level, like it crushes your soul.
Yeah,
it really, really does. And Holy, you turn a puck over on his line, he's going to give you that look like, what the hell are you doing? Then he's going to turn around and look at the coach and be like, why the hell is he on a line with me? And you're sitting right there, like it deflates you. But then you got some good guys on there that would pump your tires up, kind of like what I just with Jimmy there.
What about this? What about you're a healthy scratch and you're looking down on the ice and the guy that's taking your minute or 7 minutes just turned the puck over? Are you like, we'll get you, we'll pick you up?
No, you're like,
no. What are you thinking?
Yeah, that's too bad. He'll be okay.
That's the problem. Is that the dynamic and also human nature colliding of that guy's taking your minutes.
Yeah.
You have to at least outwardly
listen. When you're sitting
bigger
games
than
out
that.
and somebody calls somebody up and they take your spot and you're up there watching from however high that is, and you're looking at them, it's hard to root. I don't care if you're a good teammate. I don't give a damn. It's hard to root for a guy that's taking your job, like it is.
Yeah.
And if people say that, no, they're lying to you. They're lying.
Don't you feel like I feel like that there's so much of that in sport, and I don't know that anyone has really fully examined all of those psychological dynamics of how difficult it is to be a good teammate when you're all competing with each other.
Yes. You got to fake it.
Right.
You have to fake it. Because if you really want to say what was on your mind, you stick out like a sore thumb. So if I'm bitching and moaning and I walk in that locker room and, yeah, I'm not playing, everybody notices that. Now, you want to do that, but now you got to walk in, hey, what's up, guy? What's going on? Hey, good game last night. You did good. Good game. You kind of have to just play the game.
And here's another good example. When a team is good before the trade deadline, but maybe not where they hope to be, but good, certainly competitive in the mix, good players will pull you aside and tell you, we need to pick this up. We need to trade for this. We need to. And then the guys who might be on the bubble are saying, no, we believe in what we have here. Like clearly two different things. That's another good example.
They don't want to lose their opportunity. Yeah. I mean, that could
we believe in what we have here.
Yep.
That's can you think of any book that's been written or any of them that really adequately tackles any of these dynamics?
If there's one, I want to read it.
I bet Phil Jackson would have an answer to that question.
Oh, I'm sure he would.
Big Phil?
Yeah, I bet Phil Jackson would have an answer.
Of course.
The Zen Master would know.
What was I watching? I saw something this week with Scottie Pippen.
You know, he's the most bitter guy on the planet.
He really is.
He's bitter.
But you know what he said? He said that he never once grabbed a meal one-on-one with Michael Jordan all the years that they played together. And the person interviewing him seemed like not just shocked, but very sad. And I got to be honest, I don't know why it would bother me. What do I care?
They don't speak to each other.
But it made me sad. Why did it make me sad?
Surprise me.
Why did it make me sad?
MJ's in his own world. He's gambling.
Well, Scottie Pippen didn't give his condolences to Michael Jordan when his father died, so they never speak after that. They never spoke in one.
But I mean, clearly they were in a bad place before then. If
that
they
was in '94.
But Brody, clearly they were already in a bad place if he didn't offer any condolences upon the passing of his father.
Yeah.
So that means that there was already an issue there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was.
He sat a game out too. And
listen, from an outsider, you know, we know nothing, right? We're not in that locker room. We don't know their relationship. The easy assumption would be that there was maybe some professional jealousy because everybody, you know, Jordan, you know, was a god, and Pippen, it was still made the list.
Though.
He made the list of the top 50 players of all time.
Yeah.
But
Scotty is Jordan and Pippen.
That's right.
Unfortunately, yeah. But the thing is,
he wanted to be
like
Pippen
Batman
and Jordan.
That's like Batman and Robin.
You're right.
They're not the same. You know?
It's like the Strick and Strick podcast.
But do you think, Jim? I mean, you're in that world a little bit more. You know, you've seen it from the clubhouse side. What would be similar to that? I mean, Jeff Kent, Barry Bonds, obviously we know about the issues they had, but they weren't.
Edmonds and Roland, maybe, or
I don't know. But did they not get along? I thought I
were fine.
They got along.
Yeah,
they were. Although Roland would call out because he was like totally old school, like he didn't want to get special treatment, and Tony would always kind of let the superstars get away with a little bit more, and Roland would call that out, not personal against anyone else. But he did not like that.
Well,
but they got along fine. I don't recall.
Yeah, Jeter and A-Rod had their issues that kind of predated him coming to the team. That interview about leadership, and I think Jeter knew that A-Rod was up to no good and didn't want to be anywhere near it. But now the two of them are on the broadcast show with Ortiz.
They're all bosom buddies.
I don't. It's a weird thing.
I remember Reggie Jackson saying he's the stir. The straw that stirred the drink. When there was Thurman Muntz and other guys on the team back then, I remember that was controversial. And obviously, Reggie and Billy Martin didn't see eye to eye.
There's a lot more
There were a lot
pettiness
of
than you
people that didn't
think.
see eye to eye with Billy Martin, Jim. It wasn't just Reggie.
These guys are a lot more petty than you think in the locker room when they're playing.
Yeah,
and it's easy to not be that way whenever you're out and you're kind of doing the same thing. But there's a lot of pettiness that goes on with contracts, playing time, who's getting the accolades, who's talking about who, what the coach says about certain people. Oh, yeah.
Who's keeping these guys like under control with their social media?
Nobody.
Because with these young, somebody has to be, because you would think it with all those dynamics going on, with as young as these guys are, with as much money as there is at stake, that they'd be taking shots at each other all day, every day.
I'm sure they want to, but they.
So see, that's why I mean, the point is somebody's keeping them under seal.
I wonder how many of them have dummy accounts and they go at each other across accounts.
No, I think they do.
Accounts that are named.
Sure.
Kevin Durant does.
We know Kevin Durant was doing that for a long time. So I have a feeling there's probably other guys, especially younger guys, who they're told you cannot tweet this. And they go, yeah, but XLR 4444
with a dog avatar.
Come on, why? You know what?
I can tell you this about baseball. While there is an influx of young talent and everything, the old school rules about veterans, where you sit on the bus, where you sit on those are still in play 100%.
Really? What are some of those rules? What are some of the rules on the bus? We don't know any of this stuff.
Okay.
You take it for granted. You live in that.
Okay. And I don't know the exact rules. I just know what I see.
Yeah, what do you see?
Veteran players sit in the front of the bus. Young players sit in the back of the bus. Getting on the plane. Young guys veterans go right on the plane. Young guys, even if you're a star, you wait. Those rules are still in play. I take like a guy like Mason Wynn, who I say he's confident. I love that guy. To me, he's off the table. I build around that guy.
Yeah.
And a lot of, he's a little flashy and everything. Same thing. He follows those rules because that's part of baseball. Those things don't even have to be enforced.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. And that kind of tells you the dynamic. The veterans, even if it's a guy who's a bench guy, but he has 10 years in or whatever, still goes first.
So he still sits in front of the bus.
When you see movies about baseball the old days and they travel with the teams on train, bus, plane, they'd always have roommates, at hotels. But I'm guessing under the modern day sports, they would never share a room with anybody. No. So how long has that been since they've been asked to share a room? And are the young players ever still asked to share?
No.
Everybody gets their own space.
Not in MLB.
Too much money.
And there's, the collective bargaining, the rules are put in place by the union's agreement with the owners. I don't see any of that. But a lot of it isn't necessarily things in a player's agreement. It's old school baseball that's still very much entrenched and still part of the leadership.
And who are those things sort of generally enforced by just your fellow players?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't have to be.
Too.
Doesn't even have to be.
Yeah.
Everyone knows. No young players getting on the plane first. No young players sitting in the front of the
eating
bus.
first. None of that.
Are there any general rules of you never do this in a visitor's clubhouse?
Well, you don't want to pee on the floor or anything like that.
I wouldn't want to do that in my home clubhouse either.
No, I mean, stepping on the logo is still a thing.
Really?
Yeah. If there's a logo, you don't want to step. I don't know. You don't do that with your own logo. I guess if it's somebody else's, you don't really
They have
care.
no problem playing
Is that
with the flag,
superstition? Is that superstition or respect?
A little bit of both, I think.
And here's another interesting tidbit. I always wait, like the Chip and Brad and Ricky Horn, everyone waits. Rooney, who's a veteran, been around longer than any player. They wait till the players get on.
Yeah.
But on the front of the plane, while he was ranked, because he earned it, Big Irish would sit on the front of the plane of the team plane, front seat.
Who's Big Irish?
Mike Shannon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he ran the show. But that's a big time thing in hockey. The respect factor, walking on the plane. You got to be cold. The big boys walk on first. Who eats first? The big boys eat first. Getting your hotel key, the big boys go first. I mean, all of it. Nobody ever jumps in line, or the guys are going to rip you apart so bad, and you'll typecast yourself as being a guy that's not a good teammate.
Yeah, and that's sort of that really just goes. That's very primal. That's very pack animal alpha.
Yes, I like it.
Led.
I like it, especially when you're 10 years in the league and you're doing. Now you're the guy.
Yeah, listen, it gives you something to aspire toward.
But no one broke the rules, right? Anyway, no one had to be told.
I did when I was young. Because
you go to the front?
I just got a little too, and they're like, whoa, 2-year, 10-year, get back over here. Meanwhile, I'm beating up everybody on the ice. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. I'm like, oh, God, my bad. Jamie, sorry about that, Langenbrunner. My bad. Sit down. Oh, yeah. They had to put me in my place a couple times. And then you look back and you're like, oh,
Jamie Langenbrunner. Remember him? He played for the Blues for a cup of coffee. He played with a lot of franchises for a cup of coffee. Dallas Stars, too.
Yeah, he won there.
You know, it's not that different in Boy Scouts. Remember, Brody, with you and the corn? You know, Brody had this thing in Boy Scouts. Brody's a very selective eater, and he's got some food allergies and whatnot.
Sure.
So whenever there'd be a camp out, you know, all the food would be set up, and he'd have this, you know, this sort of, and it made perfect sense. Like to regular folk, we look at that, and we've all been raised to know, like you go, you make up a plate, take a little bit of everything, you know, and you wait till everybody has, and then if there's extra, you can go back. That was never how Brody looked at the thing. He always looked like, is there anything available that I'm even willing to eat? And if there is, I'm just going to make my whole plate that. And so in Boy Scout camp, he went, the only thing on the whole thing that he was comfortable eating was corn. So he just took his plate and he just took the whole freaking thing of corn. And it was just like right out of Close Encounters of the Third Kind with the mashed potatoes. Just had this huge plate of corn. He went through the rest of Scouts. I was corn boy. That was it. That's on. You know, those things are the end of the year. They bought you those cans of corn.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that was it. And
that lasted for a little while. Then
we had to teach you the way. It's like, Brody, we get that that's the only thing that you want to eat, but
they gave me utensils.
That
too,
corn's for everybody.
Somebody actually got me utensils as a birthday present. I'm like,
so you a really picky eater? Because I know you're not.
Me and not.
No,
I'm a comfort eater, but I'm not picky.
Anything.
He's pretty picky, you know. Well, he had food allergies too. You know, he's got a peanut allergy.
Yeah, see that.
You know, you got to hyper watch everything. Yeah. But man, you never seen a plate of corn like that.
Brody, what do you got going? What you got going, Brody?
I think we got a lot going on. We got a lot going on. We got, of course, Wrestling on the Spectrum's on every Saturday. We're going to have one this upcoming Saturday. Don't know when it's
going to be. We're going to do an early start time this week. I think we're going to start at 8.
It'll be 8 a.m.
because of the football game.
Yeah, football game. We keep getting moved around. It's okay, though. It's all good.
But for those that aren't following, your TikTok has taken off. You've gotten about
15,000 followers.
Almost 16 now.
Almost
and
16.
At last check, about 8 million views.
8 million views.
That's great.
And then on Instagram, which you know is just really being promoted locally. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right. We got to get Jimmy on the pod. Thank you for reminding us. Have they?
Just tell me when.
Right.
Season's over.
I will talk to them today, and we'll get that lined up. And we can do Adriana's again. I haven't done them in a while. Yeah. I'm actually.
That's my favorite. If you want something else, that's fine.
No. We're never going to say no to Adriana's. It's just.
Adriana's meatball.
But he had on a couple of wrestlers on the podcast the previous week. Who was that? Kevin Knight.
That was Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey. That was Jet Speed. We had him on Top Guy Weekend. What a stellar weekend!
Yeah, and those interviews are doing extremely well online.
They are. At freeshows.com.
Yeah, and the Instagram. If you're not following them there, that's really taken off. We're going to post some fun stuff later today. He did some challenges over the weekend that.
Yeah.
Just stellar. And we went to the Glory Pro.
Really?
Which Cam, of course, we're trying to get you involved and maybe even in the ring.
December.
Let me tell you a quick plug to the good people at Glory Pro Wrestling. They put on could be the best show you're going to get to take your kid to for $20.
Yeah.
You get 2.5 hours of intimate, up close, well executed, fun professional wrestling. The wrestlers have a great time with the crowd. If you've got kids, no knock on AEW, WWE. Those things are amazing properties.
It's like minor league baseball.
But if you want that experience of interacting with the wrestlers, getting right up in their faces, seeing the matches, the sounds, the smells,
they'll interact with you right there.
Let me tell you, for $20 down at the South Broadway Athletic Club, which you almost feel like it's like right out of a movie. Yeah. You feel like you're part of the underground.
Yeah, Rocky back in the day or something.
But they love it. It's a great time, and it's always a Sunday afternoon, so you don't have to worry about being out late on a school night. Like they really have created a family-friendly, fun piece of local entertainment. And if you've not checked them out once, they got one coming up December 21st.
December 21st.
There you go. Make it part of your kid's Christmas week for $20. I promise you, they will
pure
have
entertainment. $20.
A great time. They have fun characters. I mean, I'm a casual fan, but what's his face? That big brave boy. What's his name?
Big strong boy.
Big strong boy, and that Dax
Yeah,
Draper,
yeah.
and then Dan the Dad.
Yeah.
I mean, these are legitimate fun characters.
They are. They're fun. They're fun
You know,
to watch.
they're really building something there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Fun stuff.
Sounds
man.
fun. I'm going to have to take Tyler to that.
Why
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah,
you?
it'd be great. Why wouldn't you? You'll have a blast.
We were there. We gave out 100 T-shirts for free for the
Yeah.
podcast.
Oh, yeah. People were coming over. It was phenomenal. Just grabbing it.
Brody
and-
signed his first autograph.
Yeah, baby. What's up, Brody? Let's go.
Let's go. It was
Let's
great.
go.
I mean, that was
Oh,
pretty
it was a
awesome.
blast.
So
It was an absolute blast being
That's
there
cool.
with the people. It was absolutely stellar, and just we're gonna keep doing it, man. That's what's great about the Lou Information is you just get great content. Like so much great shows you guys have.
Everybody's
on here.
different. They all got their
I
own
do.
thing.
But you know what? In a world where we're being bombarded
Howie
with
Schwab, yeah, that is where we come up with Stump the Brain. It obviously comes from Stump the Schwab, the TV show.
Yeah,
That's where it
so-
comes
yeah.
from Howie Schwab, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, we give props to everybody. There's nothing new in this universe. There's just new people's versions of old things.
Jeremy, why I ask, could Brody have taken down the Schwab on Stump the Schwab on ESPN?
I believe I could. Deep down in my heart, I really believe I could have. It would have been hard, but it could have been done.
That said,
Is he still with us?
I could
No,
have.
he passed.
Oh, he
But
passed
you know,
away a
but
long
you
time.
were very humble in a good way. When you met some of those diehard fans at the Top Guys weekend,
Yeah.
I remember you came back to me that night and said, let me tell you, those guys, they know their
They
stuff.
know their stuff. Yeah, they had some
know
guys that could
their
take me down.
stuff.
I'm like, one of these guys that came up to me like, do you know who Kane beat it? Like, just squashed at WrestleMania 24? Like, it could have been anybody who he could have squashed at WrestleMania. He's like, oh yeah, it was Chavo Guerrero, and I'm like, well, God, it could have been 20 wrestlers that could have been.
It
Who
could have been.
remembers
That's
this?
why I'm saying,
These
like-
guys have some of these people. Top Guy Weekend for guys out there. If you're a member of AdFreeShows.com, you got to check out Top Guy Weekend. Look at your emails. Look at the social medias. There's so much great stuff. That weekend was so fun, and there are a lot of
Have they
people-
announced the next one
They
yet?
have. January 30th, January 31st, February 1st is the next Top Guy Weekend event.
And where do we know yet?
We don't know where
we
it
don't,
is
We
yet.
don't know where it is yet.
But they have made an announcement about it. It's going to be absolutely stellar. So
I couldn't believe the people that came in from all around the country
all
for
around
this
the
thing.
country for this.
Oh my God! Texas, Arizona,
Seattle,
Louisiana,
Rhode Island.
Seattle, Rhode Island.
Really, that's cool.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Oh,
Who
right
would've
on,
thunk it?
baby.
And meanwhile, you could have spent $20 and gone to Glory Pro
I
and
know.
had a better time.
Yeah.
Well,
Not less access, less
That's
convenience,
where,
but a
it's
better
different.
time.
Jimmy, that's where
Apples
Ryan
and
Kelly
oranges.
fought Timberfake.
Timberfake.
yeah.
I never made it to one of those.
Oh,
boxing
man. I
matches.
think I was at that one. That was pretty funny. Ryan Kelly kicked his ass. It was
Yeah.
hilarious. He's,
And Timberfake
Oh,
beat
there's one.
producer Joe.
and then Timberfake fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah. Well,
Who knows what he's doing?
hope he's
Anyway,
well. Hope he's well.
Brody, Ed, always a pleasure.
Of course.
Yeah, thanks for having us as
We will
always.
see
Thank
you
you for
guys.
having us.
Check out
Appreciate
Wrestling
you
on the
guys.
Spectrum. And
Jim, we'll get back to you later on day.
yeah,
Amen.
we need to set that
Keep
up too.
October
I'm-
29th on your mind.
Right. That's
No,
that's
we
tomorrow.
can't keep that on his mind. No, but we'll,
Keep it on your
Tomorrow,
mind.
tomorrow,
yeah,
Rocky?
we'll let
Yeah.
our booking person.
It's going
figure
by
out a
quick,
day.
baby. Going by quick. All right. We're going to go to break. Thank you, guys.
October's
We'll be
29th.
back.
Thank you, guys.
Hot Take
Thanks.
Central 2.0.
Bye.
The Lou Information Station, a whole new way to enjoy content, created just for those of us in the St. Louis area. It's a whole new way to advertise and promote your business. Reach out and find out just how different we are. If you're tired of one-sided advertising offerings or your traditional media rep trying to shove digital marketing down your throat, visit louinfo.com and click on advertising. Or email partnerships at louinfo.com for more information.
Buddy. What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds, not waiting days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation.
That's peace of mind.
That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Buddy, it don't get much better than this.
Yep.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. A St. Louis man was in court Monday accused of stealing donations meant for tornado victims. Police say Marcus Allen Jr. broke into Influence Church on Clarence Avenue, taking shoes and electronics collected for storm victims. Officers later allegedly caught him in the act. He's being held without bond. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump is representing 23 Cardinal Ritter College prep football players and their families after police pepper sprayed the team following a game near Canton, Ohio on October 3rd. Massillon police said they used pepper spray when players did not follow commands, but families claim they're targeted. St. Louis police are investigating after a man was found dead Monday morning in the Greater Ville neighborhood. Officers say the body was found around 9:30 on the 4100 block of LaBeatty Avenue. Homicide detectives are leading that investigation. A Wallet Hub study put St. Louis among the best baseball cities in America. St. Louis ranked as the 4th best baseball city out of more than 330. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Low pressure moving in from the southern plains, so we could get a few afternoon showers today. Cloudy, and we're in the upper 50s. Rain looks likely overnight. We'll drop into the upper 40s, and it will be a little windy. Breezy on Wednesday. Showers continue. Most of those will taper off by about noon. Our afternoon high in the mid-50s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown and Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown and Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown and Crouppen now.
What are you so happy about? I'm on the pill. Aren't you two a bit old to worry about having more kids? Not her, me. You lost me there, buddy. Steelman pills. Things weren't always looking up, if you catch my drift. So my doctor prescribed me a little something. Like Viagra? Yeah, but that's expensive, and it wasn't covered by my insurance. Steelman pills cost me less than $3 a pill, and virtually the same effect. I just called and got over 40 pills for only $99. I have this friend who might be looking. Well, if your friend wants some help, the consultation is free over the phone. No clinic. Steelman Pills sends it in the mail in a confidential package. I'm on it. I mean, my friend will be on it.
Steelman Pills, going the extra mile to help men with erectile dysfunction.
800-915-9371. 800-915-9371. 800-915-9371. That's 800-915-9371.
Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has a new menu. But don't freak out. Hot Shots favorites are still there, like their famous wings, tacos, burgers, and pizzas. Plus, sure to be new faves like Big Philly egg rolls, the Bold and Hearty Slugger sandwich, the Buffalo chicken pizza, and 2 new wing sauces, Carolina Gold and Bourbon Glaze. And making a comeback, it's the return of Hot Shots' legendary waffle fries. So now there's even more to love at Hot Shots. Come try out the new menu at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Find the location nearest you at hotshotsnet.com.
Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen.
The most perfectly trained athlete ever.
And Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
I'm an influential and respected man.
On the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
Yeah, baby. 956. Jay Randolph Jr. Studios right here in lovely Kirkwood, Missouri. We're doing our thing today. Hot Take Central 2.0, Cam Janssen, Matthew Rocchio, Jimmy the Cat Hayes, and, of course, Brody Herman hanging out on this rainy Tuesday. It's going to be nice for Halloween, man. It's going to be nice.
That's awesome.
Halloween's going to be a nice.
Do you have people stop by your house, kids?
No, but we'll be prepared for it.
Do you dress up, Cam? Yeah. Do you dress up for Halloween every year?
No, but when I had my house in the blue collar part of Eureka, we'd have 1,000 kids show up. So I would dress up and have a ton of candy, and then I'd lose candy, and then I would steal their candy because I got my method where you act like you're putting candy in, but meanwhile you take their candy out. It was a little tax. It was a tax because I gave away too much at the beginning. I'm like, take what you want. And the kids are like,
Are you a big king size candy bar guy? Just go in the bag and just give them a king size candy bar.
I would spend money on that for sure.
Oh,
I like to hook kids up, man. All right, we got to go. Thanks, Brody. Thanks, Matthew.
Thanks, Brody.
Thank you, Jim the Cat Hayes. We will see you guys tomorrow. Love all y'all. This Hot Takes in 2.0.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on